Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the secret life of pretty much everything you buy. It's like the hidden story of a product, from that brilliant light bulb moment all the way to becoming a forgotten relic.
Have you ever wondered about that? Why do some products become absolute icons, while others that seemed so promising just fizzle out and disappear? What is the secret sauce?
Well, here's the reality. The marketplace is just fierce. It's this relentless, totally chaotic scramble to the top where, let's be honest, most ideas just don't make it. It's not enough to have a good idea. You've got to survive that chaos. And that's exactly why we're calling this first part the business Hunger Games. Because really, from the second a product is born, it is in a high-stakes battle for its own survival. The hard truth is, most products fail. It's just a fact. But what if there was a map? A kind of playbook that could chart the predictable path that almost every product takes. Something to help businesses spot the dangers and, more importantly, the opportunities up ahead. Well, you're in luck, because there is one. It's called the product lifecycle, and that is the secret playbook we are opening up for you today. So what is it really? The product's lifecycle, or PLC for short, is basically the story of a product's sales and its profits over its entire lifetime. Seriously, think of it like a biography, just written in dollars and cents. And this graph right here, this is our map. It charts the 4 key stages of a product's life. You can see 2 different curves on there, one for sales and one for profit, as they journey through introduction, growth, maturity, and then finally, decline. So let's break down each one of these stages. All right, let's dive into the 4 acts of a product's life story. Okay, Act 1, introduction. We can call this the risky birth. As you'd expect, sales are low, but look at this. Profits are negative. That's because all that money you poured into development and marketing means you're starting in the red. The goal here isn't profit, not at all. It's just about survival and getting the attention of those first brave customers, the innovators. Next up, stage 2, growth. This is kind of like the exciting teenage years. If you made it through the introduction, this is the big payoff. Sales are shooting up, profits are finally climbing, but success gets noticed, and that means competitors start showing up to the party. The objective now? Grab as much of the market as you possibly can.
And then comes stage 3, maturity. Think of this as the challenging adulthood. Sales have hit their peak, but growth is starting to flatline. The market's pretty much full. Now, profits are high, which is great, but you are in a constant dogfight to defend your turf. The whole game shifts from growing to defending.
So how in the world do you defend that turf? Well, the smartest companies evolve. They have to. Maybe they find totally new markets, or they add some cool new features to the product, or maybe they just completely shake up their marketing. The key is you've got to do something to stay relevant.
But for most products, the end is, inevitable. Stage 4, decline. Sales are falling, profits are falling, even your competitors are starting to pack up and go home. So now, it's crunch time. Do you try to milk the brand for every last drop of profit, or is it finally time to just let go?
And that leads to the 3 potential final chapters. You can try to rejuvenate it, give it a comeback. You can harvest it, which means cutting costs to the bone to squeeze out whatever is left. Or you can divest, sell it off to someone else and just move on. 3 very, very different endings to the story.
But of course, life's not that simple, right? Not every product follows this exact same script. The real world is full of plot twists. For instance, think about a style like blue jeans. They have their ups and downs, sure, but they never really die. Then on the other hand, you have a fad, like, remember fidget spinners? They had this insane spike in popularity, followed by a crash that was just as spectacular. 2 totally different life stories.
And there are other plot twists, too. There's the cycle-recycle pattern. That's the classic comeback story where a product gets a second wind. Or the scalloped pattern. That's for products that keep reinventing themselves with new features or discoveries, creating these little waves of new growth. The point is, the basic story can have a whole lot of different endings.
So with all this in mind, how do companies actually manage it? How do they try to beat the clock and make their product's life last as long as possible?
Well, it really boils down to a few key survival tactics. You have to constantly invest and improve. You have to stay absolutely obsessed with your customers. Be ruthless with your budget. Always, always have a clear answer to why should someone pick you, and never, ever stop fine-tuning what you offer. So, Here's a challenge for you. Just look around. Your phone, your favorite sneakers, that coffee you're drinking. Where are they in their life story? Are they just being born? Are they at their peak? Or are they maybe fading away? Once you start to see it, you really can't unsee it. The story is happening all around you.